Welcome back to the Cage Walk podcast. Today I have Mason Wilson joining me tonight. Um, how are you doing?
Doing good. Heading to training right now.
That's always a
um,
good time.
oh yeah. We're training really hard. Came off of the L, but we instead of taking it as a L, we took it as a W and saw the potential that I have, and we're gonna keep pushing. So we're coming back on the next island fight actually, and
Oh, yeah.
hopefully catch a dub on this next one.
That's awesome. And that's was it June 28th, right?
20. Sorry about that. Getting a
You said,
phone call.
oh, you're fine. June 27th. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah. It's
That is
June.
awesome, man.
My bad.
You said what?
I said my bad. You were about to talk.
Oh no, you're good. I was just gonna say it's super exciting and with your last fight, it was awesome to see you fight in person, and looking forward to seeing. Like you said, you're trying real hard, coming back to get get that win. How's training and camp going so far?
It's going good. Going like normal. Having my good days on feeling like I have good cardio, and then days where I'm throwing up. But there's we need to find a happy median on what we need to do to get me to be able to throw hands the way that I do with instead of just throwing haymakers all the time, because I rewatched my fight and pretty much that's what I saw is I was aiming for his head the whole time, and I feel like this next go around it's going to be a lot more different. It's going to be a lot more touch and feel it out until I see my shot.
Yeah, absolutely. And excuse me. Always good to go back and watch your footage. And it's obviously we know that fight didn't go as planned. See what you need to change to prepare you for this fight. Because I know we previously spoken. You're working your way to becoming a pro fighter. Um, so what's that roadmap looking for you?
Um, as of right now, I mean, shoot, it's looking like I'm probably going to be taking about 6 fights this year, and hopefully we turn around what we have going on right now and catch some dubs enough for me and my coach to have a conversation and say let's turn pro and start getting paid for this.
I want to backtrack. I know we jumped right into the camp, and I'll come back to camp and all that. But I do want to backtrack real quick to when you started MMA. What inspired you to become a fighter?
Um, so I got out of high school and I've played sports my entire life. Always had that thing in my life that's always having people cheering me on. And I was working for Larry Downs Jr. at the time and kind of battling a little bit of depression because of you know, just not getting that cheer in my life. And he told me to come out and start boxing. So I was like, all right, sounds good. So I start boxing, and about that time, I just started falling in love with the entire sport, like boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, MMA, uh, whatever it is. If it's fighting, I'm watching.
Mm. So you just kept doing it ever since. That's awesome. How long have you been training now?
um, so I started when I was 18, and I stopped around like 2021. and then I've just been hitting bags on and off on my own time type deal, and just got back into it last year. So in all, probably like 2 3 years with a trainer,
Okay.
and every time I go back to a trainer, it's same gym I've been to since day one, and PBA MMA, which is owned by Larry Downs Jr. They have a good set of group of guys over there. Definitely with Larry being our, head guy over there, and our actual head coach is RJ Summerlin, and he's been in the game for about 12, 13 years, so he knows what he's talking about, and yeah, he's gonna be coaching me probably all the way up until when I make it all the way to the UFC, because I do believe that I have the fight in me, and I also do believe that I have the dog that the UFC looks for.
Yeah, I most definitely agree with that for sure. You said that, you stopped 2021. Why did you stop going to a gym?
I just didn't wasn't feeling it. I was training, and and I don't know, I just didn't want to take fights, didn't want to do anything, so I just stopped, and started working really hard, to be honest.
So then, what
That's
was that flip that made you go back to it?
pretty much the same thing. I was sitting there going to island fights with my girlfriend. It just hit me, and I was like, I could still do this. Like, I can make this a thing, and yeah, just went to it. Started going to work. It's really honestly the drive inside you. What makes you the fighter that you are isn't. I mean, it kind of is talent, but it's more of the drive inside the person. I see. You could
Mm.
have a very talented person and have no drive at all, and they won't succeed. Yeah, we're gonna catch some L's on the way
Yeah.
there, but once we figure this out, it's over.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm really looking forward to seeing where your career takes you for sure. And you just keep building up as a fighter, becoming better and better after each fight. Um, Now we've got a little background on your MMA and how it started. I want to jump back into your camp. I know you said, you know, the cardio and finding that median with, finding the right shots, not going always for the head. What other challenges do you have during camp, or that you really got to work on? Or instead of saying that, in
Always,
case you're,
it's always things that I would like to work on is always the ground. You know, would like to always be better on the ground, because if I could get to a point where I'm as comfortable on the ground as I am on my feet, then we're gonna have to push the note on getting me to the UFC.
what definitely having that ground game and on your feet skills and being mastered at both is definitely a dangerous tool for opponents just because you can do whatever. If you're on your feet and then it pivots to being on the ground, you're able to adapt to that and you know what you're doing rather than being taken down. You're not a grappler, you're not a wrestler, and you're like shit. Like and it's hard and you see those fighters who are not grapplers and even vice versa, grapplers who aren't strikers. You can tell like they're kind of screwed. So the fact that you're working on both so you become both a striker and a grappler to better your fight game is amazing. That's always what people want to see in fighters, that they're working on everything. And I'm sorry for sniffling every 5 minutes, y'all. I am sick, but I don't cancel on my fighters. Um, so
But yeah, no,
weight cut.
Carlos Acosta. He's definitely helping me out, getting me on better on grappling. He's not your typical brown belt, you would call it. He I would say he's a MMA brown belt. He does really well with.
Oh, I think I lost you. Oh, technical difficulties, everybody. Hold on. Give me 1 second. One moment, y'all. Are you there?
Yep. Are you there?
Yep. I don't see you though. Try the camera at the bottom.
Uh,
It should be next to like the mute button.
yeah. It shows that I'm up.
Well, that's weird. Okay.
It's saying that it's waiting for master host.
Um. There we go. So I don't know what just happened. I lost you completely. Okay, we're back. So we're talking about Coach Grandpa's brown belt, but it's more like an MMA brown belt.
Yeah, he teaches very he teaches jujitsu with you know being able to defend myself while another person is striking instead of just throwing me in a gi and teaching me honest jujitsu.
That's also to have a coach who, knows what they're doing, has the experience, and can just help you become a better fighter. Um, I want to get into, so everyone hates weight cut. It's not fun, as I've been told. I've never been through it, but I kind of want to just, ask some fun questions now, just get to know you a little bit better. Viewers get to know you a little bit better.
Okay.
Do you have a go-to meal after weight cut? Like that's like a tradition after cuts, or do you have a particular brand?
Um, Italian food.
Yeah, can't go wrong with Italian food. That's for sure.
Yeah, any type of Italian food. Um, just really honestly, chicken and pasta that gives me the energy and fills me up, and then drink a lot of water, rehydrate up. That's really it. I do a pretty hefty weight cut every time, so I try to jump back up to my normal size by the time the fight comes.
Okay. Um, I feel like that's a popular trend. Pasta and pizza. It's my most answered, which
Yeah,
you can't go wrong.
I would say pasta because it's carbs and it gives you a little bit of energy. Pizza, I would say that's just the fatty food inside of everybody else. All the fighters do love that fatty food, and I can tell you that right now.
um, who's your favorite UFC fighter?
Favorite UFC fighter at the moment? Ooh, that's hard.
All right, do
Cause
you have a top three?
top three, I could do top three.
Okay.
Um, Number one would definitely be Sugar Sean.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, it's kind of funny, but kind of not. Rob Dvalishvili. And my last favorite one would definitely have to be Tom Aspinall. He's actually going back to what you were saying, like what got me back into fighting. I was watching him fight, and after one of his fights, he was talking to the crowd and telling them like, you could do this. Everybody like can do this. All it is you're just your mental. And I took that and I just kind of like it clicked, and I was like, yeah, I really can do this. It clicked at that moment when I was at the island fights, so I just started going with it. So pretty much, with that being said, if you ever have a thought of doing it, try it out. You might be able to do it, and it's just honestly your mental. If you think you can do it, you're gonna be able to do it. When people tell you to put your mind to things, that's what they mean. You can do anything.
Yeah, absolutely. Uh, that's always been my favorite thing to hear. If you put your mind to it, you can do anything. No one or nothing can stop you. If you
Mm-hmm.
want something bad enough, you're gonna find a way to do it. Um, I find it funny that you like it is Sugar Sean and Marab as they're not about to go fuck each other up in the cage.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's really funny because my my girlfriend, her favorite fighter is Marab, and I would say her second favorite would be Sugar Sean. And so I would feel like that's the reason why I like Marab so much, is because she does, and that's the reason why she likes Sugar Sean is because I do. And I don't know who her third favorite is, but I know Tom Aspinall is probably up there.
That's awesome. I love you and Courtney's relationship. You know, she's not just, your girlfriend, she's your manager, she's your biggest supporter. And, you see these fighters, obviously they have wives, they have girlfriends, and they support them. But when I met y'all and I see the way that she is about MMA and her passion for it, I think it's amazing you found someone who's as passionate as you, who helps you build, who does, everything you don't want to do, she does.
Yeah, pretty much. Definitely with the food prep, she definitely helps out with that. She during weight cut, she makes sure that I'm always on point. Definitely with the last weight cut, I had to cut an extra 5 pounds, and it was on straight on point 150. So I I came up luck with her. Having her around definitely helps me out with my mental, with my physical, everything that has to deal with fighting. She pretty much has her hands in it. If I'm gonna be fighting, she'll be the one making the decision.
That's awesome. I love it. I love it for you guys. I think you both are great. I love Courtney. I met her once and I'm just like, I like her. She's awesome. um, if you could fight, all right, any fighter in any weight class, current or retired, who would you want to fight?
Just because I think it would be a banger, and I think it would show much more potential than what people think that I have. Justin Gaethje. I would definitely do that one, and I think me and him would definitely go in there and have some fun.
That's a good one. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it
They
would
come here like,
definitely end
yeah,
up being in the top fights. I could tell you that because it would end up the same exact route as Holloway versus him, just throwing hands the whole way.
most definitely. I'm trying to think. Um, well, I think that's really all I had. Um, Obviously your motivations yourself and Courtney. Do you have any other motivations that keep you going?
Our two little girls that we have, they definitely keep me motivated. I like the way that they whenever they talk about me to their friends, they basically make me feel like I'm pretty much invincible. They also go to school with a couple of coaches children and fighter children at the school that they go to. So it's really funny having all of them around. And then sometimes see Trey Aldor. He's a coach over there at Remedy. And me and him will sit there and talk and shoot the shit in a little bit about fighting. And they have one of their fighters, Kayla. Her daughter is in the same class as my child, so we pretty much they just I don't know they when I go through the fire, I think about what I can do to better off life for them because I really didn't have a good life myself.
Oh yeah, definitely understand that, man. Especially coming from a hard life, and having kids. Obviously, I have one, just giving them a better life than what we had growing up. Now I look back and the stuff that I was put through that I would never wish on my worst enemy. Uh, just awful things, and I just look at my daughter. I'm like, you're the reason I keep going. I'm gonna give you a better life than I had. Kids change us, man. They really do.
Yeah, definitely. Kids change your mental on everything. Definitely, whenever you see that they depend on you for everything that they need and have and want, and it makes you want to drive so much harder to give them so much more.
Yeah, most definitely. Um, so I was gonna say I don't know where I'd be without Raina. That's for sure. Um, what where can my viewers and anyone who doesn't follow Mason, where can we find you out on socials?
You can find me on Facebook just by looking up my name, Mason Wilson. You can find me on Instagram by looking me up, Mason underscore Myrick underscore Wilson. Um, and yeah, I think that's pretty much all the ones that I have. Other than that, the only way to get a hold of me is by having my number.
What who do you want to shout out today?
Definitely Courtney, the girls, RJ Summerlin for being the head coach, Carlos Acosta, my sponsorships, Rose Moving Logistics, um, and Two Diamonds LLC. And yeah, that's also my mom. Definitely Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day and late Mother's Day to my mom. Without her, I wouldn't have that dog in me.
That's awesome. Um, yeah, and for anyone watching, Happy Mother's Day, belated Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Um, As always, you can find me at OddSmokerMMA on both Facebook and Instagram. If you're needing merch design, banners, promotional graphics, we do it all. T-shirt designs, definitely reach out. Any graphic design needs, Mason. This is our third interview, which is awesome. I got to do a pre-fight and post-fight interview with Mason. I'm looking forward to doing a lot more with you for all of your upcoming fights. So thank you for taking the time and joining me today.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. And y'all don't forget June 27th in Pensacola, Florida. You can catch Mason fighting for Island Fights. Make sure to give them a follow as well to keep track of their streaming site so you can see all of the badass fighters they have, including Mason. Definitely can't wait to see you fighting back in the ring.
Oh yeah. Also, shout out to Island Fights. Forgot that one. Slipped my head.
Can't forget them. Sorry, Dean and Ryan. No.
Oh yeah, Dean and Ryan are definitely boss man. So watch Island Fights. Hey, it's not just me. It's a whole bunch of good fights that night. Island Fights is going to put off on that night. We are lighting off everybody, every single fight.
Like, don't even get me started. I'm so mad I can't be there. There's definitely going to be some amazing fights. There's going to be a title fight. I know that. And it's going to be phenomenal. I'm not going to lie, I forget his opponent's name, but BJ Williams. Man, I'm so looking forward to that
uh,
fight.
Cornut, that's the Cornbread King. That's
Okay, okay, okay.
yeah,
I
that
only
dude
seen him
is.
fight once, but I've seen BJ fight a few times, so I'm really looking forward to that one. And I know you can't announce your opponent yet. We already know who I'm going for, so Mason, I can't wait to see you pull that win.
Thank you, I appreciate it, and yeah, keep fighting, y'all.
All right, well, Mason, you have a great night and enjoy training tonight.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
All right, take care.